Phil Spencer is retiring. Sarah Bond is out. Matt Booty promoted as Microsoft exec, or as Microsoft. Oh, Matt Booty is promoted, and the AI exec at Microsoft, Asha Sharma, is named the new Xbox boss. Which is kind of crazy. The head of, what is it, CoreAI or something like that, is now the head of the gaming division? That's weird, but I'm not gonna spit on it too much because I like to try and have a bit of an optimistic look on things when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's the same thing I felt when Herman Hulse took over. Part of me was looking forward to seeing what he would do because Jim Ryan unfortunately just wasn't doing a great job for the PlayStation community as a whole. Yeah, Phil Spencer is leaving. He was around during the Golden Age, or what most people call the most recent of Golden Ages, back when Sean Layden was still head of PlayStation before Jim Ryan took over. Back when Reggie Fils-Aimé was still at Nintendo. I remember was it E3 or something when they all came on stage? That was so cool. Phil Spencer really turned the Xbox One generation around, bringing in the backwards compatibility movement as well as introducing Xbox Game Pass, which I would argue is not as good of a deal as it used to be, but it's still a good deal. If you don't mind not owning your games. Even buying on Steam, you technically don't own them, but I'd much rather buy on Steam and own that license to the game than essentially just pay a subscription. But that's my personal thoughts. But I really like Phil Spencer, personally. He has his ups and downs. Every single CEO or head of a studio does. But I really liked Phil Spencer. I thought he did a great job with Xbox. This most recent generation was kind of a disappointment, in my opinion. I have a Series X just over there. And I've barely touched it. I think I've only turned it on. I've turned it on less than 10 times. That's really sad. It was for Forza Horizon 5 or whatever when it launched. And there was I was going to start a replay of the Gears of War franchise. That's it. I need to get a capture card, but a new one because my old one won't work with the new consoles. But I will be getting one to play through the Fable franchise before I play the new Fable later in this year. But on with the news. As much as I like Phil Spencer, he's unfortunately he's retiring. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who has been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988 with Xbox since the software giant launched its first console in 2001. He's been around for a long time. He is retiring. Sources familiar with the matter who are not authorized to speak publicly confirmed to IGN Spencer's retirement is effective on Monday, February 23rd. That's literally tomorrow. We found out about this, on Friday? I don't know. That's crazy. That's fast. But we'll see here. Meanwhile, Xbox President Sarah Bond, long thought by many, both inside and outside of Microsoft to be Spencer's heir apparent, has resigned. I agree. I honestly thought she was going to be taking over for Phil Spencer. While I'm not personally a huge fan of Sarah Bond, she was really cool back when Phil and her were, in my opinion, fixing the Xbox One era. I thought together they were a really good team. Things were working out really well there. But as this generation has gone on, this current generation has gone on, I have liked Sarah Bond less and less, but nonetheless, she's done great work with Phil. And she's resigning. I'm going to be honest. I know this has been already talked about and spread around, but it does feel like a resignation in protest. It feels like she's resigning because he's leaving. Maybe not protest, but she's leaving because he's leaving type thing. I might be wrong. I feel like... I don't know how long she's been with Xbox. She probably hasn't been there long enough to... And she's probably not at an age where retirement is... Well, okay, the amount of money she probably makes, she could probably retire, but does she want to is a different question, right? Don't have to if you don't want to. But I'm kind of curious. I doubt we'll ever get more information on that. But it does feel like she's leaving because he's leaving. I think they worked well as a team, so we'll see where they go. Well, specifically Sarah Bond. I don't know if Phil's going to be working anywhere else. I don't know if he's like retiring for good or just moving on to something else. The new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be Asha Sharma, currently the president of Microsoft's CoreAI product. This is where things could be bad, but could be good. Could be bad, could be good. It's hard to say. This is where I'm concerned. I don't want to see a push into AI into the gaming space, unless it's just used as a tool to help expedite processes but not replace anyone. You know what I mean? Finally, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer, so CCO, and will work closely with Sharma. Matt Booty, I don't have much of an opinion on. Every time he speaks, he says something that I don't personally agree with, but I don't remember... I only remember things he said in this current generation, so it could just very well be that I'm just remembering some of the less than savory moments in Xbox's current history, but we'll see. I could just be misremembering too. Let's see here. Satya Nadella says, I want to thank Phil for his extraordinary leadership and partnership. In an email he sent to staff, over 38 years at Microsoft, including 12 years leading gaming. First off, 38 years is a long time. Congrats, Phil, on your retirement. I wish you all the best. That's one heck of a tenure. A lot of people don't stay that long at their job. Some people stay even longer, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people don't last that long in one job. 12 years leading gaming. He's been in this position for a long time. And I don't blame him for wanting to retire. Especially recently I'm sure he's under a lot of stress with all the drama and all the other garbage going on with all this. I do not blame him. I just hope it's not a forced retirement, which it could be, but we'll see. Phil helped transform what we do and how we do it. Full emails from Nadella, Spencer, Sharma, and Booty are below. Okay. This must be Asha Sharma. Okay, so she's going to be the new head of Xbox, and that's Matt Booty. I hope she does well. I really do. Spencer, in his email to Microsoft staff, said in part, last fall, I shared with Satya that I was thinking about stepping back and starting the next chapter of my life. From that moment, we aligned on approaching his transition with intention, ensuring stability and strengthening the foundation we've built. Xbox has been more than a business. It's a vibrant community of players, creators, and teams who care deeply about what we build and how we build it. And it deserves a thoughtful, deliberate plan for the road ahead. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft Gaming as Asha Sharma steps into the role of CEO, and I want to be the first to welcome her to this incredible team. Working with her over the past several months has given me tremendous confidence. She brings genuine curiosity, clarity, and deep commitment to understanding players, creators, and the decisions that shape our future. We know this is an important moment for our fans, partners, and team, and we're committed to getting it right. I'll remain in an advisory role through the summer to support a smooth handoff. Look, I hope it goes well. I really want to see Xbox turn around. All I want is more good games. I don't care what they are or anything like that. I don't care who's behind it. I just want more good games. The more good games we have, the better. There's no point in console wars or anything like that. That's no offense, but that's something that only kids fight about. Or should be fighting about. Should be kids. Yeah. Let's see here. Sharma is a former VP of Product and Engineering at Meta. That's worrying. And former Instacart CEO who is also a board member of the Home Depot. So she has no gaming experience, I guess. She joined Microsoft in 2024. In her email to Microsoft staff, she wrote in part, excuse me, my first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. That starts with 3 commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games beloved by our players before we do anything. Unforgettable characters, stories that make us feel, innovative gameplay and creative excellence. We will empower our studios, invest in iconic franchises, and back bold new ideas. We will take risks. We will enter new categories and markets where we can add real value, grounded in what players care about most. I promoted Matt Booty in honor of this commitment. He understands the craft and the challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry. Second, the return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to the players and fans who invest in Xbox and to the developers who build ambitious experiences for it. I think she said 3, right? We're going to read through this whole thing and then I'll go through it bit by bit here. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any single piece of hardware. As we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud, Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. Third, future of play. We're witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love, but we will not treat those worlds as static IPs to milk and monetize. We will build a shared platform and tools that empower developers and players to create and share their own stories. As monetization and AI evolve, influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art, crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. First job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. So she doesn't know what she's doing from a gaming perspective, but she wants to learn. Okay, that's good words. We need to see her actions, though. We need to see if this actually comes to fruition. Is she going to learn, or is she just going to keep pushing what Satya tells her to push? Because no offense, I think Satya is a big problem with Microsoft. But anybody in a position like that is probably a problem nowadays. Sorry, so 3 commitments. So great games, everything begins here. We have great games. Yeah, so all of this sounds good, right? Again, I'll believe it when I see it. I need to see her actions. They're going to take risks. I hope so. This is what allowed, what was that game by Tango? The rhythm-esque game? I forget what it's called, but that's what resulted in that. And then they closed them and then sold them or something. I don't know. Either way, I hope she actually is legitimately willing to take risks. But we're going to have to wait and see. New categories and markets where we can add real value. I don't really know. But yeah, she does have Matt Booty. He's been there for a while. He does understand this stuff. So he will be more than likely a great help in getting her caught up and understanding, at least to an extent, of what she needs to understand. Again, we'll see I'll believe it when I see it, but fingers crossed. I do want this to work out, right? I'm trying to stay somewhat optimistic here. The return of Xbox. So I think what she means by this is, especially given what she said down below, it's not necessarily entirely focusing on the console itself, rather than Xbox is everything type thing. Or everything is an Xbox. I think she's referring this to having the return of Xbox, the reputation that Xbox used to have, right? During the 360 era. Don't mind that. During the 360 era, Xbox 360 was on top. It dominated big time. There was nothing, like, they were on top. So I have a feeling that's what she's referring to. She's hoping to bring back Xbox's reputation and beyond. That's a huge undertaking. I will say, I wish you luck in that. Do I think she'll be able to do it? I don't know. It's too early to tell. Recommit to them. I think that's a good line. Again, we're going to have to see what their actions are. That's a bold thing to say, but it's also a necessary thing to say, which is probably why she's saying it. Ultimately, it's going to take a lot for that, because a lot of Xbox fans have left the Xbox ecosystem simply because of the decisions that they've made, especially in recent years. They were just getting everyone back due to the debacle that was the Xbox One launch and everything they had planned at the time. Phil Spencer turned that around big time, but I don't think they ever reached the highs that they had originally had. At least from a reputation perspective, right? There's more people gaming nowadays than there were before, so from like a total people type thing, I'm sure things got higher, but maybe I'm wrong. They do want to start with the console, which shaped who they are. So it sounds like, and I'm sure they were already planning on this, but they're probably planning on making a powerhouse of a console. I think recently we've been getting rumors that it's going to be a PC console hybrid similar to the Steam machine. We'll see what it's like. Hopefully it's good. It's going to have to be powerful, but at the same time, gaming, I find, has reached a point, at least from a visual fidelity perspective, where things are definitely slowing down. A lot of what we see in this generation compared to last generation, sure, is crisper visuals, but most of it's relying more on frames, resolution, and smaller things that help improve the overall visual fidelity rather than pure visual fidelity. A la Last of Us Part 2 on PS4, for example. That game looked insane. It's hard to believe that it ran on a PS4, and my PS4 almost died when playing it because it sounded like a jet engine. This confirms right here that they're going to be sticking with Game Pass and probably doing the whole Xbox is everywhere type thing. Future of play. This is interesting. I hope that this is true, but I do not believe them because all the big three do this. So, this is the biggest thing here for me. This is the biggest thing. I really want her to not be lying here, but again, I'll see it when I believe it. I don't believe that this is not going to be the case, personally. I think this 100% will be the case, but we'll see. Okay, moving on about Matt Booty. Looking forward, I'm excited to partner with Asha as our next CEO. Our first conversation centered on her commitment to making great games and the role that plays in our overall success. She asks questions, pushes for clarity, and wants our choices grounded in player and developer needs. That mindset matters as the industry around us is changing quickly. How players engage, how gamers are made, and how business models and players or platforms evolve. We have good reasons to believe in what's ahead. The organization and its franchises have navigated change for decades, and our strength comes from teams who know how to adapt and keep delivering. True. That confidence is grounded in a strong pipeline of established franchises, new bets we believe in, and clear player demand for what we're building. But remember, do not milk them. Your new leader is saying that you're not going to milk them. So, we'll see. Okay, Sarah Bond joined in 2017 following a stint at T-Mobile after both of her parents worked in the telecom industry. I don't care about that. That doesn't matter. As Xbox's corporate VP of Biz Dev and Partnerships, she became corporate VP of Game Creator Experience and Ecosystem before being named president of Xbox in 2022. Spencer was named head of Xbox in 2014 when he was tasked with writing a ship that had made a number of product choices and policy decisions that rubbed core gamers the wrong way in the run-up to the launch of the Xbox One in 2013. Long hailed by gamers as being one of their own, Spencer could frequently be found on Xbox Live, playing games regularly with fellow Xbox gamers and racking up a healthy gamer score. His first major move when put in charge was decoupling the Kinect 2.0 peripheral from the Xbox One package, thus immediately reducing the new console's price by $100 to $399. That's crazy. Matching the day one price of Sony's PlayStation 4, he spearheaded the much heralded backwards compatibility movement with Xbox. Game Pass was born under his watch, and accessibility made major advances during his tenure in both hardware and software. Play Anywhere, which sought to let gamers play their Xbox games on any device, be it PC, console, handheld, or TVs even, isn't new, but has been a big recent focal point. No, he's had one heck of a tenure. I really do wish him all the best. I don't know if I'm going to read the rest of this. This is more, looks like it's just going to be talking about his biggest things that he's known about, which is true. Yeah, okay. It looks like this is from Phil. I think this might be from his tweets, though, so we're going to read that over there. I think we've talked enough about this in particular. I don't think I need to go into any more detail here, but I would like to just see what Phil Spencer says here on Twitter. It's rare in life to know when a chapter is closing, but after 38 years at Microsoft, that moment has arrived for me. I've made the decision to retire and begin the next chapter of my life. It's a milestone that's given me a chance to reflect on the incredible journey I've been fortunate enough to share with so many of you. I'm excited for Asha Shar as she steps into the CEO role. She's joining in an incredible group of people, teams full of talent, heart, and a deep commitment to the players they serve. Watching her lean in with curiosity and a real desire to strengthen the foundation we built gives me confidence that our Xbox communities will be well supported in the years ahead. Thinking back to my start as an intern in 1988, I never could have imagined the path ahead. I've been lucky to work with so many passionate creators, partners, colleagues, and players across the industry, people who challenged me, taught me, and made this work full of joy and wonder and stress. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this chapter. This community has meant more to me than I can say. From here, I'll keep doing what's always mattered to me, so much to me, cheering on the teams, pushing this industry forward, and playing alongside this incredible community. I'll see you online. I think even recently he was just seen playing Fallout 76, wasn't he? I don't know. Let's see if that's what he said down here, though. This looks somewhat different here, so we'll read through this one too. Subject. Oh, this must be his email. You know what? No, I think we got the point across. He's done a lot. I'm sad to see him go. But maybe some fresh blood here in the Xbox gaming space might be a good thing. We'll see.